So about a little over a year ago, I got a sales job where I was knocking door to door trying to sell people solar panels. A job that had uncapped, unlimited potential. If you're good with talking with people, you can exceed and destroy in this kind of career. There's so many jobs out there that are like, join and you can, make a gazillion dollars. And then it's like, oh yeah, if you hit these absolutely unbelievable milestones, then you can make a good amount of money. So I joined. I was doing fantastic. I was beating out everybody. Within my first month of joining the company, I had a 6-figure paying job, and I hated it. It was the most toxic work environment I've ever worked at in my entire life. And I've worked at 15 different jobs. Like, look, I made a YouTube video right here about it. I talked all about this. It was the most toxic job I've ever had in my entire life. See, in case you're not familiar with the whole sales world, let me just fill you in. Knocking on doors, going from door to door, is something that most people find extremely annoying. And you're right. We're literally knocking on your door trying to sell you something. Some businesses take it a step further, and they go from, we're trying to sell you something, to, we're going to sell you something without you knowing that we're selling it to you. And we're going to make you sign up for it without having you realize you're signing up for it. So long story short, scams. People get scammed. That's what we did. We were professional scammers, and it was toxic. And I was making fantastic money. All my bills were paid for, but it just started to eat at me. 2.5 months later, making more money than I ever have in my entire life, I had to quit. I got a new job being a carpenter, and it was probably the best job I've ever had for my mental health. The hours were 10 times better. It was pretty simple work. It was not that hard at all. Things were going great. So now here I am, working in sales again. Yeah, no, I'm not joking. I got a job back in sales. Why did I get a job in sales again? Well, honestly, it's not as straightforward as an answer as you might be thinking. If you know me, you know that I love talking with people. And one thing that I've really realized was at my previous job, I was a luxury closet builder. And imagine a closet in a house that's like 10,000 square feet and it costs like $50 million. Those are the kind of houses that I would work in. So every single day I was working with like literal millionaires. It was just so unusual to me how good of a connection I could build with people that I had no relation to. Most of them were CEOs, vice presidents of their company. So I would on a daily basis, I would meet millionaires, what they did in order to get themselves into this position. The more and more I worked at my job, things were going good. I was learning to use my hands. I was learning to, use tools and things of this nature. The hard part about it is that I would not be rewarded or compensated for talking with people. It became that was the part of the job that I looked forward to the most, was talking with the homeowners. And after a while, I realized I got to get into a job where I can communicate with people. I don't want to just use my hands. So that's what I did. I quit and I started to apply for sales jobs. And what was troubling to me, I did maybe 6 interviews. 3 of them were just pure, utter scams. I could just tell the way that they conducted the interview, what they were telling me. It was you're doing this? And that was just off the interview alone. I was looking for a place that I just wouldn't be scamming people. That was my literal one and only criteria with whatever new job I was going to get. No matter what, I do not want to scam anybody. I don't. That was my big thing. This job is a job that I like the most out of every single job I've ever worked. This job is fantastic. It is awesome. And I was definitely not getting that at my previous job, building luxury closets. There's so many jobs that I've worked at that are just literal dead-end jobs that, people join when they're 17, 18 years old, and they're 80, still working there, still getting paid nearly the same that they were 40 years ago. I wasn't looking for that, okay? I was looking for a job that it's I can really build some experience here. And that's what I did at my new sales job. Also, this might come off as selfish, but I wanted to get into a sales job to learn better communication skills to make my videos better. Let's go, baby! Especially if you're going to a door-to-door business or something like that has the reputation of being a more shiesty, business practice. Just look out for scams. If you're the scammer type and you love taking advantage of people and scamming people, dude, hats off to you. Go find the most grittiest, disgusting, filthy business out there and go sign up. If you're not, and you have like a good moral code and you don't enjoy scamming people, be wary of some of the jobs that you're applying to. A lot of jobs will promote nefarious activities to just try to make a quick buck. You don't want that. I don't know what you want. For me, I didn't want that. So I quit after 2.5 months, making the best amount of money I've ever made in my entire life. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay. I'm not gonna force you to subscribe.